If I may also then move quickly to introduce Michael. Michael's from England, and he's still struggling a little bit with the rugby score from Ireland a little while ago. But he's getting over it. He's globally renowned as a specialist on the subject of change in a business context. Michael, I know you've been anxious, but you can stay seated.
I was thinking that.
After that kind of introduction, what do you do?
Michael,
I know why we've never worked together on stage. I have to follow that. So.
He's a genius, please. He's a genius.
Go ahead.
So Michael,
Yes, sir.
Same question. Best advice you've ever received, and tell us a bit about coping with change. We're talking about the change that you want to be.
Yeah, thank you. And that's kind of intriguing because following on from Robin, which is a very tough thing to do, as you can see by looking at me, you'll know that I'm more mentally fit than physically fit. Like Robin, I also have a bloody ridiculous name, which has caused me all kinds of hassle and problems, including being at an airport recently in Barcelona when the guy who was driving me from the airport to my hotel for a conference turned up, and I stupidly hadn't told him, don't put Michael Jackson on the sign. And I noticed him because of his sheer size, and then realized he was holding on a board that quite clearly said Michael Jackson. I made eye contact with him across the airport concourse, and he kind of looked at me a little bit weird. But when I got up to him, he dropped his board and he gave me a bear hug. He was like, "You're and my size combined, sir." This guy was huge. And he said to me, "I'm so happy you're here. People telling me all day you are dead." It was Bill Gates who said, "Always deliver what you set out you've promised, and deliver a little bit more than that if you possibly can." Richard Branson told me when I worked with him for 2 years that you could be anything in the world that you wanted to be, and he was living proof of that. And as I was about to climb into the helicopter, Chris Gibbons, the old stalwart in the newsroom, turned to me and he said, "I just want to remind you of something, Michael," and this I think was my best ever advice ever. He said, "Never ever confuse recognition with fame." I think really more than anything, other advice that I would give you would be that you've got to be unique in terms of what you do. As unique as Robin or Alan or even Mark in his own individual regard. My mum and dad used to say to me, "Don't worry, Michael, the more things change, you'll be okay, lad. The more they'll stay the same." And my mum and dad believed that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I've spent my entire life working in change, and I know that what they taught me was wrong. And it seems laughable that they were concerned about change as they saw it. Because we, this generation alive today now in this room, have seen more change than any other humans in the history of humanity combined. But with those of you with kids now, or planning kids, teach them something different. Teach them that the more things change, the faster things change.